Hello, I'm Charlie Johnson with Maverick Boat Group and Cobia Boats, and I'm standing next to our 301cc new Cobia, introduced for 2018 model year. This is the latest generation of our 30-foot platform. We had the 296 Cobia, which is a very popular boat for us, one of the top sellers in the 30-foot class. And we knew that we could do even better, and that's what we've done with this boat. So if you'll spend a few minutes with me, I'm going to walk you through the whole boat. Now we're topsides on the 301, and as I walk through this boat, I want you to notice how easily I can get around. There are no awkward steps. All our center consoles have a level 4, which is really, really important. When you're out in big seas or fighting a fish or something like that, it's not difficult to navigate around the boat, and you're not going to have any missteps. I can walk all the way to the bow, which is very nice. Easy to access the cleats, 8-inch stainless steel 3/16 cleats. Very easy to tie off ropes on there. I can do 2 ropes on each cleat. I have access to my windlass through my anchor locker here to my pop-up light. This is nice because when you're fighting a fish or around the dock or something like that, it's just very easy to get up here and maneuver. Note I have the grab rail always within close range here, easy to grab. And then as I step back, which you can't see right now, is I'm on top of a table down here. This is completely out of the way, flushes down. I'll show you in a bit how that table comes up, but where you can still have the table on the boat, but still great access to the front of the boat here. So I'm going to show you how easy it is to bring this table up. All it takes is a push of a button here. And while it's rising up, I'll tell you about, we close this off here. This little enclosure fits perfectly up there, ties in very solid, creates a U-shaped lounge space area here, which you can completely cushion out as the table gets up here and gets level with these cushions, creates a great sun pad area. And then once the table comes all the way up, it's a great picnic area as well. Now we have the full sun lounge set up. The table's been raised to be even with the rest of the cushions. We have these backrests that fold out of the way, but pop down like that. Okay, they sit right down. So very comfortable. You can lie like this. You can put your feet forward. You have plenty of leg room. Great place to sit and just take in the sun and whatnot. Cushions are all made with the antimicrobial foam, so you're not going to have any pinking. You can see the styling on, very nice looking cushions, double stitched, and really add a lot of richness to the boat. Now you can see we have the table in the fully upright position. Just a great place to have a picnic, hang out on the boat, chat among friends. You can fit at least 4 people up here very easily, and everybody's comfortable. Just a great place to enjoy the bow of the boat. At Cobia, we take our storage really seriously, and this boat is no exception. We have 2 big boxes up forward here. They're insulated and drain overboard, so they can be used as coolers, but we have tons of other cooler space on the boat as well. So I think most people will probably use this for beach bags or that sort of thing. Notice nice deep lid trough that keeps the water out, so all this storage is very, very dry. Also, you have this nice clean seal here that keeps the water out as well. You have the latches that compress, that keeps everything out of this lid. Also, as I said, you have 2 on either side. You also have storage down here on the floor. This is a great spot for PFDs, big giant space. You can put all kinds of stuff in here. Once again, you have the deep lid troughs. You have the big drain, so that water evacuates through that drain instead of getting down in the hull. For those of you that were familiar with the 296 Cobia, one of the things that people talked about is not having a lot of cockpit space or room to move around. We addressed that on the 301 by making the console a little smaller but better utilizing the space. So you still have all the functionality, you still have the headroom, and I'll show you that in a bit, everything inside, but you have more room to move around the console here. So a little smaller footprint. Another really nice thing about this console is this integrated pipework built in. Allows you to put in this patent pending windshield, 3-sided acrylic enclosure, which keeps you out of the elements. Very, very nice. Has this nice vent up here as well, so you can still stay nice and cool and have some wind flow, but at the same time not get blown out behind the helm area. Continuing on the console area, notice how nicely styled it is. Everything is integrated in, very seamless, looks very, very sharp. You have this cooler seat up here, big cooler space there for drinks. As I talked about, there's plenty of cooler space on the boat. extra comfortable cushions here, nice cream brulee, Bentley style stitching package here. You can also do a package in gray and white, or two-tone tan, or just standard white. And then as we open this up, this is a great feature here. Big front entry head area. Door is very easy to open, as you saw when I opened it up there. Supported by oversized hinges there, so it's never going to tweak or anything like that. But you can see how easy it is to walk down through here and just how much space I have. So now you can see how big this space really is. You have fresh water sink in here, pull-out shower, storage boxes down through here, vanity package, fiber optic lighted towel bar there, macerated head. China head is standard on the boat. This is a really cool feature here behind the mirror. This allows you access to the back of your helm. All this, if you had electronics on this boat, this is where you would be able to access them. Very easy to reach and to do maintenance on. We'll close that back up. And also on the maintenance side here, here's all your breakers. Very easily labeled, or well labeled there, so they're easy to read. It's just really easy to address any issue on the boat. One thing I mentioned earlier is about how this boat has more cockpit space and walk around room. You can see that as I walk back here. I have plenty of space between the console, the side here. Also notice how deep this is. I feel very secure even in big seas. I have my handholds close right here, so any place as I walk I can easily grab. I feel very stable and secure. Below me is yet again another, you could call that a fish box. It is insulated. We have more fish boxes in the back. We have one of these storage compartments on either side. Great place for bumpers, whatever you want to carry, extra ice maybe, something like that. Just more storage, which is always very important. Moving to the back side of the console here, you can see how nicely this whole console is laid out. It's designed so that everything fits in here very well. Very easy to see. There are no awkward reaches when you're behind the helm. In this particular package, the customer opted to keep this area white, but you can do that whatever color you want here. A lot of people use it to color match the whole side, and maybe put a gray so you don't have any kind of glare or that sort of thing. You have a great storage box up here. Once again, gasket keeps everything nice and dry that you want in there. Great for cell phones, wallets, extra pairs of sunglasses. You have more compartments down below. You can never have enough compartments around the helm for pocket contents or just things you want to get to quickly. This face up here, you could go up to dual 16-inch units if you'd like. You have the new Cobia switch panel in here that's backlighted, so when you have the nav lights on, you can read all your switches or which switches are which. So you can see it's just a very nice looking package here. Very clean, but at the same time super functional. Another new feature for the 301cc are the independent helm seats here. They can be adjusted to match your size, your comfort level. You can put them up in the upright position here as sort of a leaning post and lock yourself in. Super comfortable like that. Or you can drop this down, sit back, lounge back. You have an armrest here. You also have an armrest that you can drop on this side. So makes for just a great place to sit and ride very comfortably even in big seas. One thing we pride ourselves at Cobia about is the easy ability to maintain your boat, and we do that. We design that into every model. For instance, on the 301 here, very easy to get to your batteries down there. Now this boat, for the show purposes, only has one battery in it, but nonetheless you would normally have your 4 batteries in here. All the wiring is labeled so you know exactly what wires go where. That's consistent throughout the boat. We talked about designing in ease of maintenance. That's evident here in the battery box. With your battery switches, you have a battery switch for each battery on board. So you'd have batteries for each one of your engines. Also a house battery. You could put a 4th battery in if you wanted redundancy. Also you have your main breakers in here. Very easy to get to, but at the same time out of the elements. For those of you who are familiar with the 296, you'll quickly notice how we've created a lot more space in the back of this 301. And we've done that in a couple different ways. We changed the configuration of how this pipework comes down back into this module right here. That has freed up about 5 more inches of cockpit space front to back, which is a huge deal. We've also changed this setup. A number of things I really like about this. First off, this nice bull nose here. So You don't have a hard edge there. It doesn't hit you in the backside uncomfortably. You can look out, watch the baits. Just a great place to sort of sit back and kick back and look out the back of the boat. Also a nice place to even just sit right here and ride if you're switching spots or something like that. Notice how we can open that up. You have a sink area in here, great little cubby spot. You also have, once again, another cooler, so you could have your drinks back here, that sort of thing, or maybe you want to keep ballyhoo or baits back here, frozen baits, keep them nice and fresh. I love this setup because it allows you to change rigs, put them in here. When you're ready, you can rinse them off, and then put them back in your tackle bag. You don't have to basically wait until the end of the day to rinse off your stuff or put stuff that has salt all over it back into your gear bags and get everything else contaminated with salt as well. It's a great setup. Also, I did mention before, this operates as a good, nice working space, almost a table up here. You have plenty of tackle storage in these drawers. Great for tippet, terminal tackle, sinkers, all that kind of stuff. And then you have your tackle trays right down here. So really great setup, still very, very functional. But at the same time, because we utilize this space so well, we still opened up a lot of room in the cockpit. We get a whole lot of comments about how nice our hardtops are, and I think that's pretty evident if you just take a look at this really fast. Great to have two boxes up here. We have this box back here that's specifically designed for PFDs. It's ventilated, so it keeps mildew off the PFDs. We also have a nice E-box up forward here. You could use that for electronics or whatever you want. But it's great to have both these boxes up here, so just once again more storage space. Also, as you can see, you have integrated speakers up top, you have integrated down LED lighting. Just a really nice looking piece, but also very functional. If you've seen any of our other walkthrough videos, we talk about how much pride we take in our fish boxes. First off, this boat's no exception. Once again, big lid opening. Fairly easy to get fish in here. This box is in the right place on the boat. We have one on the other side too. Both of them are 40 gallon. A lot of companies will put those boxes up forward. That just really doesn't make a lot of sense when you're doing all your fishing back here and having to move that fish forward to get in a box. This is right where it's supposed to be. The lid stays open for you. Really easy to gap that big fish and fit it down in here. These are macerated and dump overboard. They're well insulated, so they'll keep all your fish from spoiling, anything like that. They have the big lid troughs to keep any kind of water out of there, and then they have the drains as well. That keeps the water from going in that and soiling your fish as well. We'll close that up. While I'm here, let's talk a little bit about, we have tons and tons of rod storage on this boat, not only on the gunnels, on the T-top frame back here, the hardtop frame, but also under gunnel rod storage here. What's also nice about this is because you have this covering board, when you're fighting a fish, you can get over here and really lock in, get your feet under and get a lot of leverage on that fish and get a straight pull on that fish if it's digging deep. Another big design enhancement is this inward opening side door. Very easy to get to. All you do is pop that up, move this big oversized latch, open it up, opens inboard, so you're not going to interfere with the dock. Great place to enter from on the dock, pull in fish, get in from snorkeling, that sort of thing. You have an optional ladder that plugs in right here, so that allows you to easily get up in this when you've been swimming or something like that. But great enhancement to this boat. We've talked a little bit about what makes this such a great fishing boat. Notice here we have this completely open area back here, but we do have great seating as well. One of the most comfortable places on the boat. It's also very easy to open. A lot of times that's a part that's very difficult to manipulate. Maybe only the biggest guy in the boat can pull that off. This one's really easy to open. Creates a great seating bench back here for multiple people, and it's just a great place to ride on the boat. Here's another great ease of maintenance feature. First off, we'll remove this backrest. That's easy to do. Folds up. It'll fit in one of the fish boxes. It'll fit up front there very easily. But when we need to get to the bilge or something like that, all we have to do, press a button here. This raises, provides you excellent access to all your pumps, the backside of your live wells, all that kind of stuff. And then you'll notice under here how big this opening is. So you can really crawl in there and deal with anything you need to deal with. We've talked about all the great comfort features this boat has, but don't let it fool you. It is truly a tournament, a design boat. That's evident here in these twin 28 gallon live wells. Not only does that increase your capacity a whole bunch and your overall live well capacity, but it also allows you to segregate your baits. A lot of people don't realize that there's some baits that just don't work well together. You put them in the same well together, they stress the baits out or stress each other out, and then they end up dying very quickly. When doing 2 independent wells, you can segregate those baits so you don't have that issue. Also note, nice clear lid so you can check on the baits very easily. It's a big robust lid, pulls back out of your way. It's really easy to get that bait in and out of there. Just an exceptional live well system. So as we wrap up here, we'll put twin 300s on this boat. Approaches near 60 miles per hour. Excellent performance package. So really do yourself a favor, come check out the 301cc. Everything that's great about the 296 that made it such a successful boat, but just that much more.